with me. Walk across the sea. Be who you wanna be. Be who you want to. Well, your soul, it may hide, but open your mind and you'll find it inside. Oh, like a flower, yeah, that's ready to bloom. Don't worry, child, the spring's coming soon. Spring's coming soon. So remember everything you see. It creates who you wanna be. Your soul you need to let free. Let it free. So fly high with me. Walk across the sea. Be who you wanna be. Be who you want to. Yeah. Be who you want to. Do I normal? How do I normal? How do I normal? How do I live like this? Normal. How do I normal? How do I normal? When I walk across the clouds, I didn't look down. I didn't look down. The only thing I found below was broken dreams and nowhere to go. As I was taking my first step, I held my breath, and I didn't forget where I was going, yeah, and where I've gone. I treaded lightly, 'cause I was going, well, I was going home. So fly with me. Walk across the sea. Be who you wanna be. Yeah, and remember everything. Remember everything you say. Yeah,
You're listening to the Bill and Joe Show.
All right, guys, our friends over at Run Dumb Fun Games are at it again. They've given us the preview for their new game, This or That. Should be online by the time this show is on. This or That, go to the Android. It's only available on Android right now, but it's a fantastic game. It's kind of like, it's asking you, like, do you say crick or creek? Wash or wash? It's a great conversational starter at a party. Like, if you just pull this game out, and I've tested this and it works. You get conversation going, and you get things popping, and the conversation is It's good, and it sparks interest, and you get to actually know your friends better than you think you. Like, would you rather be wealthy or healthy? Like, it's amazing what you can find out with this game. What you can do is go to rundumbfun.com, or you can find them on Facebook or Twitter, Run Dumb Fun Games, and download this game. If you got an Android, do it. You iOS users, I'm an iPhone user myself. It's coming soon. Don't worry about it. Anyway, check them out. Run Dumb Fun Games. Gamers, this sounds awesome. Apollo 31. It's exclusively on iOS, and it's the story of you and your crew going to the moon and an asteroid hitting the moon, and you and one buddy. That's all that's left. There's only enough oxygen and only enough battery in that one escape pod because the rocket is ruined. There's only enough for one of you to make it. Now, neither one of you agree. Neither one of you want to say it, but you both know it. And it's about being able to survive. It's awesome. You can play against your friends. You can play all around the world with real-time multiplayer gameplay. Also challenges yourself against the clock in offline time trials mode. So it's got everything. I've watched the trailer. I'm going to download the game. It's awesome. Go to the Apple Store and search for Apollo 31. Now, this is a great Kickstarter. It's a Global Criminals Network Graph, the biggest crime graph to combat transnational crime. And with the support of Kickstarter, the Vortex Foundation will be able to continue to analyze and provide information to journalists, policymakers, prosecutors, and judges to help combat large criminal networks. The project initially will focus on transnational crime networks in Mexico, Colombia, Peru, Guatemala, Bulgaria, and South Africa. And that's honestly, we got to start there. So it's a great opportunity for you to be able to help a system help the people. And you just go to Kickstarter.com and search for Uncovering Transnational Criminal Networks Worldwide. Are you starting a new business? Don't know where to begin? I've been there. I don't know. I know a dozen people that have been there. Check out MyLaunchKits.com. MyLaunchKits.com is your mission control for launching your online business with reliable hosting, affordable design, and expert customer service. MyLaunchKits.com wants to help you launch your website from small personal sites to large e-commerce sites and stores. MyLaunchKits.com does it all, and their team of client support specialists are always on hand to answer your questions and help you out. Come experience world-class service in affordable rates with MyLaunchKits.com. Boost your business potential.
You're listening to the Bill and Joe Show.
Welcome back to the Bill and Joe Show. We are on Memories. You're up.
Memory Lane
Memory Lane.
with the Bill and Joe Show.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing I was thinking of. The other time I laughed the hardest ever. I mean, this might be the hardest I've ever laughed in my entire life.
Okay.
Like, can't breathe. I'm going to die. I think I'm going to die if I don't catch my breath, but my mind won't stop thinking about what just triggered this laugh.
Okay.
So it's right around the time of the Boitano.
Okay. So we have our own apartment. We're 20.
I think it's like the year later.
Okay.
Like
21.
It's the next summer.
Okay.
And we're hooking up. Some friends are going to college. Some people are sticking around. They got a week left till they go. And so all of our friends are gone. And you and I are still in town. But one friend is still stuck behind for one more week.
Okay.
And the three of us are going to go out. But hey, guess what? You just got a phone call from this girl that we loved hanging out with in high school. But we fell out of contact.
Yeah.
So like, oh, that's great. Yeah, bring her along.
Well, and I had a crush on her like through most of high school too.
Oh, so you
didn't hurt.
All right, I see.
Okay.
So maybe she didn't just call out of the blue.
Well, no, she did.
Oh, okay.
But it was very. I had alternative
Right.
motives.
Well, definitely.
Okay.
Well, and she was a blast. So I was like, yeah, bring her along. That'll be fun. And so we go to her house to pick her up, and we're gonna go drink at the bars. It's because we're 21 and we can.
Right.
So it'll be great. And we show up at the house, and you've got this 2-door Blazer, so you have to. To get in the back, you have to like push the seat forward and climb in.
Sure.
And so I'm in the front seat, and
our buddy's in the back.
my buddy's in the back. And as a gentleman, I'll climb in the back and let her climb in the front.
Right.
So I get in the back seat, And just as I pull the seat back, she's climbing in. And she's like, "Hey, Bill.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe, how are you?" And she looks right at our friend and goes, "Hey, Mick." like Mick Jagger. And his name is nothing like Mick. And you and I.
Our other friend was not very socially.
And no, and he doesn't have a good sense of humor about something like this.
Right.
Because he had a very bad experience in high school where people didn't know who he was because
Right.
he didn't go in like the popular circles, and people would just like treat him like kind of like low class. They'd be like, "Hey, you," or whatever your name is.
He didn't wear a leather jacket. He was very.
I mean,
very
he did nothing wrong, but he was.
No, he never did anything wrong. But.
Since he wasn't Mr. Outgoing, people didn't know who he was, and they're like, "Well, whatever your name is." Like
Right.
someone literally said to him, "Hey, you," or whatever.
Right.
And he's like, "Me or whatever? What the fuck is that?" Like, "Well, here, can you pass that?" Like, "Fuck you."
Right.
So he kind of he has this chip on his shoulder about it.
And this girl that I'm crushing on.
She climbs in and says, "Hey, Mick." Well, knowing the story that he has, you and I just lose it. We can't. We're like sweating. Tears are running down the face. Can't breathe.
And the funny thing is that we laughed from her house
All the way to the bar.
to Main Street and University before you and me were just like, oh,
We finally calmed
God.
down. This is like a 10-minute drive. I'm like,
Oh God.
oh my.
And the girl, she never got a word in. Neither did Matt, because you and me were
We were
laughing
just like,
so
"Oh,
hard.
well, thank you for that. That was the best laugh I've ever had." I mean,
fantastic.
truly, that was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
And she says, "Well, I don't know what's so funny. Isn't your name Nick Toohill?" Oh, she didn't say Mick. She
said
thought he was. She
Nick.
thought he was this other person that we went to high school with, who couldn't be further from our friend.
Right.
And then that was it. I thought I was gonna die.
Dude, speaking of that girl, that night she ended up staying the night.
Oh yeah. Oh, you made it happen.
I did.
Look at you.
Well, I didn't make it happen. She made it happen.
Uh-huh.
You remember, or maybe you don't, but she was passed out at our kitchen table. Like she was just like head on the table.
Really? I don't
So I
remember.
was going to let her have my bed because I'm a gentleman.
Sure.
And-
Well, as you've explained on the show.
Right. And as I kind of put her in bed, she kissed me.
She came to.
And yeah. I mean, she came to while I was walking her to the room.
Right.
But while I was putting her in bed, she kissed
Where are
me.
you going?
Yeah, where are you going?
Get over here.
Yeah, and it was probably the worst experience I've ever had in my life. But it made me think of because that story is on my list. But it made me think of that one time. Yeah, we're talking more sex with Bill.
Yeah.
But,
Funny how all of your memory stories are sexual encounters.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just frustrated right now. I don't get it. But you and I was having my my girlfriend at the time. She was going to spend the night.
Right.
And this was a big deal because it was the first time that she was going to spend the night. And I borrowed my camcorder from my dad, and I put it in my dresser that had a window.
You had planned to
Record.
make a little home video, a little
And
sex tape.
With her consent, she said that it was going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, she said that afterward. But
So
once
you,
I
so you
showed it-
secretly recorded the two of you having
Yes.
sex.
Yeah.
Then you told her that you had done it.
Yes. And
And-
then we watched it, and she said it was fine.
And then she's like, "Okay, well, good. Enjoy
And then
it."
she wanted to make another one, but
A real
never-
one where she
Yeah.
could perform.
Right. So this whole day, Joe and I are like setting up the room. We're like tic-tacking bed sheets to the wall to make them look all Roman-like.
Yeah, making a real set,
Yeah,
porno
making
set.
a real porno set. I even called my dad and asked him to bring more sheets over. He must have walked into my bedroom like, oh my God.
Making a
what-
music video, Dad.
Yeah, with my bed with all these candles around it and shit. And
Yeah. Give me the sheets.
thanks, Dad. Get up. And
Why does it smell like cigarette smoke in there?
so, needless to say, the night happened, and then the next night I was on the phone with my girlfriend, and you
and John were waiting out at the table.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little party.
We were going to have a party. We had just bought some